hey, I'm leaving, give up my scholarship to, incoming recruits, or like divvy it up however you guys see fit. Because whenever I get back, the guard's going to pay for all of it. They're like, yeah, awesome. We'll tell you what, we'll redshirt you when you come back, and then we can kind of go from there. And I was like, all right. I didn't know what redshirt meant at the time. It would have helped me out on the back end for sure as far as coming back. And everything was good as far as school. November was when I left, and like I think fall semester started in August. So I would go up to college and like see everyone at the time, and I'd go do some workouts with them just to stay in shape. And did that, met you. We had fun. We cried. I don't
Dude,
know if
fucking
you've ever.
basic training.
I don't know if you've talked about it to your guests, and I'm gonna be the one. But for those that don't know, on did you ever describe how Welshcare became a thing? Like, did you ever address that?
So it was only one time in the podcast where I've actually talked about it. No, it was with somebody else who was also in the Army. Shout out to Chris. He was full active duty. Motherfucker did 3 deployments out overseas. He did, I think it was like, what do you say, 2 to Afghanistan and 1 to Iraq. Yeah, it's safe to say now he's living in Hawaii, all happy and doing ultra marathon running and taking pictures. But yeah, he's
Wow.
he's like he's become a pretty solid badass. But yeah, other than that, that's the only other person I fucking talked about, man. Dude, the fact that the name Welshcare has stuck with me for so long, and from fucking basic. You could talk about it for a little, yeah. How this name actually came about.
So the way it works while you're at basic or AIT, or at least for us, is if you need to go to the TMC or the Troop Medical Clinic, it was more or less a hospital. So like if you had a blister, or you had a headache, or like a deep cut, or something simple for the hospital to take care of you, you had to sign up on this roster the night before. And then when you woke up to do first formation and like morning PT, you would fall out and go to this TMC, knock out whatever you need to knock out. And
Yep.
my boy Tim here, the man's name was on that list more times than him being present in a formation. And
Oh my
we,
god.
yeah, I remember us as a platoon would give you so much shit.
So much shit. But then also you guys would come up to me in the middle of the fucking night because you can't breathe, and I would have the
Oh man,
medication for you guys.
you were a drug dealer at one point, just fucking serving shit like Tic Tacs. You're like,
And
all
do
right,
and doing fucking back massages too, correcting people's backs, adjusting people's backs, and all that shit too for $20 on
yeah,
the side.
yeah, I
Dude, like
remember
what, like
that.
Welshcare became a legitimate fucking thing, and that's why it's my business, personal training business name / podcast name, just because it stuck with me, because it stuck as like the little roast joke, and I'll still never forget when it was our the last night of the FTX 5, and uh Drill Sergeant Wheeler had finally come back after his time in drill sergeant school, and
Yeah,
I will never forget. Somebody had brought up something. I said, "Well, you can come to Welshcare, and I'll take care of it." And I remember just everyone just laughing out loud about it. And from there on, it was like, "Yeah, I like the name Welshcare. You know what? It's gonna stick with me for a little while."
yeah,
And when I started this whole podcast, I had no idea what the hell to name it. I'm like, it's like Welsh Talks, something like that. Like, I'm gonna get back to basic training. Let's go Welshcare. And so far,
yeah.
it stuck with it. Like, it's even my personal, like, I have my cards, my business cards anywhere around over here. No, I do not. But yeah, my business cards even say Welshcare Fitness. Like, it's just it stuck with me for that fucking long. Ironically, the kid who always had to miss out on PT because he was halfway broken or too sick ended up becoming a fucking personal trainer.
Yeah, well, now look at you, man. It's funny. It's funny how things work.
Dude, it's really funny how life works, just in general. Because had you asked me when we were in basic training where I'd be today, I would have told you that I would be a police officer and I'd still be serving in the National Guard, probably be an NCO by now, and nowhere near have the amount of length in the hair that I have now currently. But when I say that this is like just a conversation that's also a blast in the past, because like you just hearing you talk and like having this conversation here is just giving me so many damn memories from like that 6.5 months of being out in Leonard Wood, from nobody knowing each other to everybody developing a certain connection and brotherhood, sisterhood, or whatever it may be towards the end of graduation. And it was just like seeing everybody in their dress blues. It was just, it's a different moment, because I mean, like everyone in the military, everyone always remembers their graduation from basic training, just because it's like
Hmm.
that first initial moment of you really breaking out of your comfort zone and getting into a spot where, one, you're really gonna be broken down fucking physically and mentally, but you're also gonna be rebuilt back in a much more disciplined and a more respectable manner, and not so much of a shithead, even though there are still some fucking shithead soldiers out there and shitbags that want to fucking bring
Hmm.
the bad name to the uniform. But other than that, it's that I'll never forget the night when we did the night infiltration course. And we got at towards the end, and we got our tags. We got our army value tags. I will never forget.
Yeah.
That's one of the. There's only 2 times in my life where I've had like that tear of pride, where it's just like, damn, I finally did something. Where it's like, this
Hmm.
has made me a better person. This has made me a better man. And it was that night, and then also just recently, just becoming with the amount of clientele, the amount of people, the amount of lives I've changed now. Like that's only like there's only 2 times in my life that pride tier has like hit. And I will never forget when hearing Bad Company being played around a giant
Yeah.
fire and
Yeah.
having Drill Sergeant Caprio look me in my eyes and saying, "Welsh, your broken ass made it," and hand me my tags and shake my hand. I will never forget that night. And it was a night where, one, it was also fun as hell. I don't care what
Hmm.
anybody says. That was a fun night. It was tiring,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
exhausting, dragging your whole body across what's the football, what was it? It was like a football field, right? Like 300
Yeah.
meters or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, in full on battle rattle, just making sure your rifle is not going into the sand, keeping it up above. Like there was just so many little technical things at the same time. But that's a night where I would definitely 110% relive, because it was that much of a moment of just being like, shit, the weak kid from Brentwood who was always picked on, bullied, the short fat kid is officially now a soldier. Like that was the night that was
Hmm.
like, damn, I'm actually doing something with my life now. And even though I missed my military career was relatively short, meeting people like you, and then the amount of other brothers and sisters I met along the way, I wouldn't trade it for the world. That those
Yeah.
are as much as it may suck, and as much as those times were definitely challenging, I wouldn't change it. It was definitely the only thing I would change though is that we'd had the same drill sergeants throughout our whole cycle, and not the consistent flip flopping, and then we didn't have a new one every month. That was
Yeah.
annoying. That was really annoying, because you didn't have that really. Aside from Joe Sergeant Caprio, we didn't really have a chance to develop like that bond with
Yeah.
a drill sergeant, because drill sergeant C Trump, trying to forget her fucking name.
Yeah. That
Damn,
dude.
that scary motherfucker. Oh my god, dude, he
Yeah.
scared the shit out of me. I'll never forget. It was the night that we were going away on our holiday block leave. Me and Martinez are looking at our PT scores in the hallway, and I'm over here
Hmm.
talking. I forgot what we were talking about, but I see Martinez just go straight, just look straight forward, and I'm like, what is he look? And then right in the little corner of my eye, I see Joe Sergeant Seatram just staring up at me like, hmm, and then looks away and then walks away like this, like there's
Yeah.
nothing. Like we didn't have to say Eddie. So I was like, Eddie, as I'm walking, as I'm saying it, it's. He goes, no, no, walks away. Then you see him with a knife around the private's neck, like I could have killed you if I wanted to right now.
Yeah. Yeah. For those that don't know what's going on, we had this drill sergeant. He was with us very briefly at the beginning. Um,
Month and a half.
he was he was the embodiment of a ninja, like a real life ninja. Because we'd be out doing.
All right, guys. So real quick, we're going to talk a little bit about your next protein purchase, which is going to be the Jocko Milk.
So you're going to go to originmain.com. You're going to use promo code Welsh10, WELSH10 at checkout for 10% off your order. You're going to order yourself some Jocko Milk, and you're going to save yourself some money at the end of the day. If you find that you're buying yourself probiotics, digestive enzymes, essential amino acids, aka EAAs, or protein powder, and you're buying all that separately, and if you're buying at a high quality rate, chances are you're probably spending anywhere between $120 to $200. Jocko Milk only costs $44.95 at originmain.com. And then if you use my code, like I said earlier, Welsh10, WELSH10, for 10% off your order at checkout, you can save yourself 10% off on top of getting yourself the best tasting and the best quality protein that's on the market. Thank you guys for watching the episode. Hope you have a great one.